A lot of Sri Lankans also want to pay by cash. Then only the challenge of contactless comes through. For that also we ask what change we should bring. And with the package we leave the change behind, so the customer can leave the cash on the side. After he takes the package, we collect the cash so that we keep a certain amount of contactless there also.
Hi guys, we're back with one-on-one on another episode. Today we're going to be speaking to Chief Executive Officer of Gamma Pizzakraft, popularly known as Pizza Hut. And he is of course none other than Yasa Nadaraja. Thank you for joining our little show and thanks for agreeing to this.
You're welcome. Exciting to see you.
So to start off, how did the pandemic affect the restaurant and fast food business? What are the challenges that you faced?
It has affected us 360 degrees. It has been a complete change of ways we look at things and how we have to do things. We came to a complete standstill, but we were able to start off within a short period, and I think the trust in the brand and trust in what we do has affected us to get back and the ability to get back to the consumers.
What was the initial challenge that Pizza Hut faced when it comes to serving the customers? Like, did people try and order and then they couldn't order and then there was a curfew? Like that, what was the initial challenge?
Our initial challenge was when we shut down. All the people wanted to go back home to their respective villages, respective hometowns, which is away from Colombo and the cities, most of them. And after that, to start off was a big challenge, and we knew the people were waiting because we ourselves at homes wanted something different to have when we were having the continuously same thing. So I think we called on the people and got the approvals to open outlets, got the approval to transfer people from place to place. And I think that was the starting point, and it was a fantastic feeling to see our people getting together and coming back into the outlets to serve the people.
Now with the whole COVID situation and the pandemic now, we've eased the lockdown. But still, do you feel that there is a paradigm shift in this business model of restaurants and fast food?
I think it will take some time for us to get back to anywhere close to what we were in restaurants and the way people will get into restaurants and get into dining. And we will find a lot of people shifting to deliveries. A lot of people looking for trust as much as quality. Earlier it was trust, speed, service. I think today it is the quality of the product is important, but I think the main thing will be trust in how people are handling the product and how safe they are going to be.
Have you made any changes in your product line at the moment?
At the start, we had to stick to our core line and the main products because we were having very few people. As we go on, we think the menu is coming back to where it was. In product itself, we haven't hardly made any changes. It is the service systems that I think people have made changes and we have made changes. As international restaurants, you have to realize that our processes are very strictly adhered to international standards and our hygienic standards. Hand washing, all those are maintained at very high levels. But with this pandemic coming in, with COVID coming in, we had no choice but to put more emphasis on it and put in much more emphasis on it. From the back door to the rear door, everywhere, we have to have protection coming into the office.
So I believe, Yasa, this is where the whole contactless delivery also plays an important part. People can claim to do contactless delivery, but in a true sense, what is contactless delivery if you could define it for us?
For us, we have a lot of international inputs coming in, because the eastern countries did go into the pandemic much earlier than what we did, and they had experience in the contactless, and they are the ones who started it. And we got a lot of inputs and a lot of help on how to create it. So contactless, actually we started first with delivery. Basically we don't touch the product at any given time. We have it converting into packaging, and the delivery person is given a fresh set of gloves for him. Uh, he actually wears that gloves at the time when he's going to hand over the product.
Okay.
At that time only he actually touches the package. So before he touches the package, he's supposed to wear his new gloves and hand over. So to that level, what we are saying is the product handling is you have to handle the packaging, but we keep a certain distance as social distancing for contactless. So we ask the customer where should we place the product, and we place it and move back to that safe door. So, but a lot of Sri Lankans also want to pay by cash. Then only the challenge of contactless comes through. For that also we ask what change we should bring. And with the package, we leave the change behind, so the customer can leave the cash on the side. After he takes the package, we collect the cash, so that we keep a certain amount of contactless there also.
Okay. So, in this situation, how did your staff react to these new regulations? How did you manage them? What kind of obstacles did you face with this? I'm sure it must be a challenge, because it's not easy to move away from an orientation that you have been following for almost decades, isn't it?
Yes, definitely, it's a very big challenge. We have a young set of guys, so it's a case of every morning we do a briefing, then midday we do a briefing, and every time before they take the order, if there any possibility, we say keep to the processes. Make sure the processes are maintained. It was a challenge right through, because when we started, we had hardly any packages of sanitizer in small bottles. So we had to look for it and find it. So that the guy will have a sanitizer when he on the bike, when he gets down, he can sanitize and handle the package. So all those had to be sorted out. And people do tend to take shortcuts sometimes, but what we do is we try to encourage them always to maintain it, including when they go home. We try to give them a sanitizer bottle to be used at home and give them instructions how to, what he should do when he gets home, how he should handle and how he should behave.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Last but not least, did you guys take part in any CSR activities recently, owing to the pandemic? Do you feel like that's something, or maybe you should contribute more?
Right through, we have done CSR activities during this pandemic. We have given meals to a lot of medical staff, and even army officers in some of the camps where they are handling the cases and the quarantine people. So what we have said is, anytime we can, we had the opportunity, we have given them from pizzas to desserts to tacos and
all sorts.
Yeah, it's a culture that we have also built into our people. Case of everyone contributing, and all the people also contributing towards that. It's basically our people culture, I will say. We put any presentation, we start with people. Even to the board, we put people first, and that's our culture, and we start with people, and we always give the first priority to people. And even our people right in the front lines, the crew members, they are given all the authority to give an order free if they feel we have messed up. We don't ask questions. If we have missing, we say, okay, well done, let's take it up and not make that same mistake again, and we go forward. On the same front, when we look at our people, we have, if you take the last 5 years, we have been even in the top 25 in the great places to work. In the last 2 to 3 years, we have also been the best company to work for in the over 1,000 people working for our organization. And this year I think was the greatest we have got. We have been selected as one of the top companies to work for in Asia.
Oh, excellent. Congratulations.
So that's what our people policy is and what we want to do for it.
Thank you very much for having the chat with us, Yasa Nadaraja, Chief Executive Officer of Gamma Pizzakraft Private Limited. We wish you all the very best and thanks for sharing your insights with us.
Thank you very much. It was our pleasure.
Generation Yes.